Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody gets a good start to their week. We have a new deck. I finally broke down and got the new mermaid cards. I just love my mermaid cards. I can't not have them. And I'll tell you what, they're pretty slick. So let's see what the message is for today. We got the Four of Swords in reverse. So Four of Swords is going within. It's cutting out the outside world. Basically, freezing time, right? That's what I see when I see this. So it's kind of hibernating for the winter, right? Putting all your swords up of protection and just resting. But I feel like with it being in the reverse, that's not happening. I'm not sure if this is meant to be, this is what we're supposed to do, or this is what we're doing, or this is what's hurting. So we'll need to pull some more cards and find out what the deal is. I'm not sure what, it says banishment on my little cheat sheet over here. So are you being banished, or are you the banisher? Are you the one that needs to be banished? Or do you need to banish someone? Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see how the story unfolds. We have Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So Three of Pentacles is my community card. See, everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's contributing. Everybody's happy doing their job, working for a common goal. What I notice in this deck that's different from Rider-Waite is, well, first off, I can't tell if she's a mermaid. So there's that. And secondly, we have three different species here, right? So it looks like a fairy here, and that almost looks like an avatar from the movie Avatar. And then our mermaid or our current here. So with that being in the reverse, are you trying too hard to fit in somewhere? Are you working towards other people's goals and not your own? If those goals line up, that's great, right? But when they don't, then it might be time to find people whose goals do line up. A lot of times we work so hard to fit. Sorry guys, I'm trying this new card holder thing, trying to make it work for us, but I don't know, I probably should have just kept it the old school way. At any rate, let's see. Oh, I have an idea. So yeah, if you are working towards other people's goals and not your own, then maybe it's time to find the people whose goals do line up with yours. Or maybe it's time to find your own goal. Again, we're going to see how the story unfolds. Maybe the person that needs to be banished is the one that can't figure out their goals. The person doing the banishing needs to stop trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. I'm not sure. I don't usually read two energies like this, so this is new. Not really sure. Maybe it's the new. Hi guys, sorry about that. We're back. The card that we missed while I was on the phone was the Two of Cups. So Two Cups is partnership. In this deck, of course, it looks like the marriage of two different worlds. It's literally, those of you that know The Little Mermaid, and if you're on my channel and you know me, then you probably know The Little Mermaid. It's accepting each other for their own worlds, but still respecting and loving each other. We live in a world now, guys, where nothing is normal, right? So we come out of COVID and, you know, businesses have folded and some businesses have thrived. But at least in my case, I'm noticing there's more communities of people sharing space for businesses. For example, you don't have to rent an entire space for the month anymore. You can rent a space for just every Friday, or you can rent it for a couple days a week and whatnot. And nobody's worried about competition, which I think is absolutely lovely. Just knowing that there's enough business for everybody and everybody can thrive. There's no reason why you have to cut the guy next to you's throat to help your business anymore. So the overall tenet of competition is changing for the collective. And I feel like some people are having a hard time accepting that, right? But, you know, just like the ocean, there is an abundance for everybody. We're all just drops in the same ocean. So God would not put us on this earth and not give us what we need to survive it. We don't have to step on each other's toes anymore. And if this is for a relationship for you, then I'm not really sure how that would play into the other cards that we have here. It could be if you need to banish and we don't have the common goal, then maybe your relationship isn't what you think it is. Maybe it's time to sit down and define that with the other person. I feel like this is more of a career type reading, or that kind of vibe to it, rather than relationship. You know, although we've got swords, pentacles, and cups, so we've hit 3 of the 4 suits already. So I feel like we can apply this to every area of our life, right? So in relationship, you know, take some time for yourself and figure out, is this the community you want to be a part of? Is this the life that you want? And if it is, then start accepting things the way they are, because they're not going to change. You can't. Hanged Man in reverse. Hanged Man is looking from a new perspective, right? It's seeing things from a side you've never looked at before. We're still seeing things the way that we've always seen them. You know, it's easy for old habits to creep up. We have done a ton of work. I don't think I like these card holders, guys. We've done a ton of work, and we have really gone through some shit. All right, this is irritating me. Sometimes new isn't always better. Old school. That's what we'll do. Old school. So yeah, I mean, it's easy to slip into old habits. It's easy to rely on your fight or flight response, right? Because that's where our subconscious comes out, when it's fight or flight. When we are triggered to the point of feeling like we need to survive, then old habits come to pass. And when I say survive, I know, obviously, you know, we're not in danger as far as our lives being lost. Or maybe we are, you know, maybe that's the situation for you, I'm not sure. But when you feel like your soul is being crushed, or you are being made to fit into a box that you don't want to fit into, or need to fit into, or will fit into, then that is a level of death, if you will. And that can put your root chakra on overdrive. And you become, you get to a point where you start to rely on your subconscious programming, because you're in autopilot mode. So while we're doing all this work and we're aware and we can stay in the present moment, we can react when in our new skin, right? But when we get that triggered, we see what parts of our subconscious still need work. So what we basically need to do is reprogram our subconscious to respond the way our new self, or our authentic self, I should say, because it's not new, it's always been there, would react. So that's going to be a time of practice, right? This is when we want to do our affirmations. This is when we want to have certain things on while we're sleeping. And we want to do a lot of writing, and we want to do it repetitively, right? I believe they say it takes 3 weeks to create a habit. So minimum 3 weeks. We did the gratitude journal. We did the green energy versus money thing. And, it's going to take time for those things to come to fruition, because manifestation is not instant, at least not in the 3D. So we have to remember that what we're getting now is what we manifested some time ago. Maybe it was 2 weeks, maybe it was 2 months, maybe it was 2 years. I say 2 because I'm looking at the 2 of Cups. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, we've got 4, 3, 2, right? So we're somehow regressing a bit. We're going to regress a little bit every so often. That's part of life. With synchronicities, when you start seeing the synchronicities go backwards, right? So instead of seeing 2, 3, 4, which would mean progression for me, then 4, 3, 2 is kind of a, you've slipped a little bit. So we're slipping into old patterns. But that's okay, because now we recognize it and we can fix it, right? That's better than it was. We at least see it. And you can't change what you don't see. So as a final card, we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse. The 8 of Cups is walking away from that which doesn't serve you. All right. And she looks like she's sneaking away while he's sleeping. I don't see that as literally like a thief in the night type situation. I see that as he refuses to wake up. He refuses to, at least in this card, he refuses to see what's right in front of him. And she can't be the only one filling those cups up. So this doesn't mean that you're leaving without saying goodbye or anything like that. It's just, I think it's indicative more of our awareness, right? He's unaware and she's fully aware. The moon is also in this card, and the moon is our illusions. It's the veil of untruth that blocks us from our authentic selves. And she's looking out at the ocean, which is actually being illuminated. Not sure if she's still trying to see things from a perspective that was veiled by illusion, or if she's starting to see things for what they truly are. Either way, we got it in the reverse. So I feel like we maybe fell asleep again, right? Like I said, we're falling into old patterns. Things aren't always going to go in order in the perfect way. This is abandoning your present circumstance, which is what we need to do, right? If we're going to change and we're going to be a part of this new world and this new unity of love, then it's time to walk away from anything that isn't that, all right? So we've got 2 reversals on either side of our happiness, right? Keep your energy in, guys. That's what reversals mean to me more than anything. Keep your energy tucked in. Don't make yourself small. We all did that when we were little. We all know how to do that. I'm pretty sure that holding your breath has something to do with it. But don't make yourself small. But you don't have to overtake the whole room either. Find the balance in there. Find that balance, and you do you. Find out who you truly are and accept people for who they are. What they do shouldn't have an effect on what you do. If it lines up, great. If not, well, sayonara. Oh, let's get some advice for today. Sorry, guys, it's been a rough weekend, and my morning is not going the way I anticipated. I got these new cards. I saw them at Christy's house, and I just loved them, so I bought them recently and got them in. But it's the Chakra Wisdom Oracle, Complete Spiritual Toolkit for Transforming Your Life. And we're going to see what our advice is for today. And I'll probably read out of the book because I've not used these cards yet. So, Spirit, what? Despondence. Wow, you know what? I probably need to look that up in the dictionary too. I'm not even completely sure I know what that means. But it is the root, the crown chakra. So it's the purple cards, which are indicative of your crown chakra. So here we go. I'm going to read from there. Despondence is taking action. I found the road out. The legend. Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up the house. She does, but she still feels despondent. Suddenly, a hurricane hits, and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds a way out of depression by taking action. So Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. So, as a personal injury, what part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? Feeling helpless, accepting circumstances, and changing on the horizon, taking action. So, the keywords for this card are revelation, movement, and encouragement. As a meditation, imagine an expansive countryside with nothing to block the view. The wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness. Ask the great spirits to reveal the action you must take. You will either intuitively know what to do, or it will soon be revealed to you. Open your eyes to see that all is calm. Be grateful. So we will continue with our gratitude journals, 10 minutes every morning. And this depression that we're in should subside as soon as we take action, right? It almost looks like the Empress. She's pregnant here. That's indicative of the Empress card to me. She definitely looks frazzled. And she's throwing her hands up in the air as if in surrender. Ask the question, guys. Meditate and ask Spirit ask God what do I need to do? What's the right action? I know a lot of times when we have too many choices to make, it's easy to just not make any. But to decide not to decide is not the answer. So maybe take a walk, go outside, ground yourself. Maybe look at things from a different perspective, and ask God to tell you. He'll tell you one way or another. He'll tell you. So that's the advice for today, guys. Hang in there. I know I had a rough weekend. I hope you guys didn't. But sorry about the missed reading yesterday. We will get past that, move on, and think about tomorrow. All right? Remember, what you're manifesting right now, what your thoughts are right now, is what's coming tomorrow or the next day. So make a choice to make it happy now. You affect your now, and you affect your future. All right, guys. I love you. We'll talk soon.